Okay, let me show you how to load and fire this cannon. First off, it's 6mm bore. The powder I get from, I bought it from Walmart, and I also bought it from Bass Pro Shop. The number of F's, like this is an RS Pyrodex FFG. This one is Pyrodex P, and it's FFFG, which is a lot finer. I believe the P stands for pistol, and the RS is a little coarser for a rifle. They run $25, $30. I can't remember exactly. The fuse is 1.8mm. I buy it from CannonFuse.com, 65-foot in a roll for $4.75. Be sure to get the 1.8. It's the smallest for the bore in the barrel. I take these and cut them in short lengths, about 3 inches long, and they're a tight fit, so you need to not get, they're stiff, and you need it to be stiff to work it down in the hole. Now the load, I took a 38 special empty cartridge and calculated that it holds 25 grains of powder. I have loaded it up and fired a full charge. I backed off a little bit and used about 20 grains, which is 4/5 full. The full charge doesn't hurt anything. A little more power. The brass barrel, when you clean it, any black powder residue, you clean it up with just soap and water. Never use a gun cleaning kit. The solvent attacks the brass. It does get a little staining. You can use Brasso to polish the barrel and keep it nice looking. The wheels and the carriage are powder coated. With a full charge, it will flip the cannon over. So whenever I fire it up, put it in the grass and take a screwdriver and just get something to spike down through here to hold it. You don't want the powder coating to start chipping off, so it needs to be secure, or put some weight on the back, but just be careful not to damage the powder coating, because once it starts peeling, it can peel off. It's just a hard plastic. I use a 6mm pellet, soft pellet you can buy from Walmart. These are the pellets that I purchased at Walmart. They are 6mm airsoft BBs. I chose not to use a 1/4-inch bore, because the only ammunition I could find was slingshot ammunition, and it's a steel bearing and a little more dangerous with a metal ball. You can use the plastic airsoft with less worry about anyone becoming injured. For wadding, I use about a 1-inch square of just a paper towel. Be very careful when you're doing this. You don't want any ignition. I hear reports of people holding like this and pushing it down in there, and you get a static charge or something ignites and shoot it through your hand. Before you pack it too tight, you need to put a fuse in the barrel. And again, so you want to make sure that it's good and stiff, because it's hard to get in. Try to push it all the way in, and if it feels like you hit the bottom, then pull back just a little bit. It's best to, before you load the powder in it, to put the fuse in the barrel and kind of twist it a little bit, and you can feel it go all the way to the bottom, and then back off just a 1/16 of an inch or so, and then put the powder in the barrel and the wadding and proceed from there. This fuse material sometimes will, if it doesn't go in easy, it will get soft and you can't get it in there. If there's too much resistance, even with a good stiff fuse, you should be able to feel it go all the way to the bottom. If there's too much resistance, this hole is drilled in with a 5/64 drill bit. Just take a 5/64 drill bit and run it in, twisting it back and forth, and clean it out. Sometimes the powder residue builds up in there and it makes it to where you can't get the fuse in. It should slide in easily, as you see there. Once you get, shove it all the way down and pack it good and tight. But again, be careful pushing all the way in your hand, because if it exploded, it would go through your hand. Good and tight. Once the pack. Now you can fire it just like this. If you don't want a propellant or any ammunition in it, you can just pack the wadding in there good and tight, and you get the loud report. If you want to fire a ball, add that now. I take a very small piece of just plain toilet paper. It's thin, doesn't make it too tight. The ball is a little bit loose in the barrel, and I just cut the ball in the toilet paper. It keeps it from falling back out the barrel. Then just take the wrapped ball with the open side of tissue forward and press it in firmly. Now it's loaded and ready to fire.